Been over 250 cash-in-transit heists so far this year. That is a 30% increase compared to last year. Well, eNCA senior reporter Dasen Thathiah has spoken to a Cash-in-Transit Association of South Africa, spoken to them about this spike in brazen daylight robberies.
Cash-in-transit heists have always been a problem in South Africa, but there's been a noticeable spike in the past few weeks. The most recent incident taking place on the N12 in Johannesburg, and before that in Durban. There were several incidents in the past week. On Friday, the SAPS and KZN had responded and ended up shooting dead 4 suspected CIT robbers at a house in KwaMashu. They say that there is still some way to go before they apprehend all of them. So what's being done about this trend? Let's bring in the Cash-in-Transit Association of South Africa's Grant Clark. Mr. Clark, thanks for joining me. Let's perhaps paint a picture of where we are right now. I know we've all been saying there's a spike, but let's put that into numbers.
Yeah, Dasen, thank you very much for the opportunity. So we are really concerned from an association perspective in terms of the numbers we see. So year to date, we're sitting on about just over 250 incidents. Month on month, for the month of October, we see around about a 30% increase. Year-to-date increase from comparing with last year, we're sitting at about 8% increase in terms of the number of crimes. So extremely concerning, that we see the spike. We're coming into the festive period, which starts at the beginning of November, runs through to the middle of December. And normally over that period, we also see a spike in CIT robberies. So extremely concerning for us, and also the violence around that, it's horrific.
If this has been going on for so long, why have there not been measures put into place to counter the modus operandi that criminals are using? How far have we gotten then as an industry to beat these criminals?
Yeah, look, the industry has spent a lot of money and are spending a lot of money in development of their vehicles, training of their staff. Unfortunately, when you look at these incidents, these criminals are getting access to explosives, and that's the concerning part. They just bring more explosives. You build a stronger vehicle, they bring more explosives. You've seen some of these explosions taking place where the shrapnel is shooting up 20, 30, 40 meters into the air. It's like a guillotine coming down. We're just very lucky that nobody else is injured. So we are working towards apprehending these people. Explosives is a big problem, and the criminals getting their hands on these explosives. So we're working again very closely with the South African Police Service to look at where these are coming in from our borders. The Beitbridge border is one point where you regularly see people being apprehended for bringing in illegal explosives. And then also our South African mines, where more control is exercised with the obtaining of explosives from there.
Lots of these CITs are happening on very public routes. Talking about the N2, the N12, it's not really on back roads anymore as much as we have seen it in the past. So what's happening here? Do we have criminals that are trying to make a point? Is it just opportunism? Why the shift to moving it into that public space?
Well, look, I think we need to mention that these criminal gangs are extremely well organized. They come in large numbers. They between 15 and 20 individuals. They've got stopper groups that block the roads off, as you say, these national roads. They've got guys that go in and do the bombing of the vehicle, the collection of the cash and so on, and then they split and they go to their safe houses as part of their modus operandi. So yes, it's concerning that you can block down a highway in South Africa and for a number of minutes and then perpetrate these crimes, and unacceptable. And again, working on it, and we will come up with a plan, and we will address it, and we will address these criminals, and we will apprehend them.
Appreciate your time. Grant Clark there from CITASA, and once again reiterating that call, which has also come from the police, that communities need to speak out if they do see any suspicious activity. I'm Dasen Thathiah in Durban.